Salay fans, we're coming to you live from One Arena, city of Cainta, province of Rizal. This is the Sinag Liga Asya Born 2001 Cup, presented to you by Converge Fiber X. Doble na, dinoble pa. We're also live at YouTube channel Sinag Liga Asya TV, Sinag Liga Asya FB page, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. This is our second game for today. It's the battle between Pampanga Delta and your J Project Boomers. And now it's time to meet the protagonists first for your Pampanga Delta. Starting at guard number 13, Steven Angeles. Also at guard number 17, CJ Delfino. At forward number 34, Sonny Estil. Also at forward number 2, June Roque. And center number 31, Jeff C. Pampanga Delta is led by Coach Jay Shera. Assistant coaches, Totoy Marquez, Pat Duyag, and Isol Santos. Team manager, Mr. Alan Trinidad. Team owner, Governor Dennis Delta Pineda. Your Pampanga Delta. And now it's time to meet the starters for your J Project Boomers. Starting at guard number 20, Eman Palconete. Also at guard number 23, Alan Alicando. At forward number 11, Gian Espinozo. Also at forward number 21, AJ Rojas. And center number 14, JD Panelo. J Project is led by head coach Michael Sinabre, assistant coach Aldin Dumalagan, team owner Mr. June Lindlogoy. Ladies and gentlemen, before the kick-off, it's time to present the certificate of participation to J Project Boomers. But first, let me read the content. Sinag Liga Asya certificate of participation is given to J Project Boomers for their unwavering support, trust, and confidence to Sinag Liga Asya on this inaugural conference Born 2001 Cup. Given this 23rd day of August 2023 at One Arena, city of Cainta, province of Rizal. Signed, the German Rocky Chan, President CEO Reynante J. Alao, and Chief Operation Officer Leandro Isaac. May we call on Sir Leo Isaac to present the certificate of participation, and may we call on Sir June Linogan, the team owner of J Project Boomers, to receive the certificate of participation. Thank you very much, Sir Leo Isaac and Sir June Dinogan. Game officials for this game, Anthony Roque, Michael Galutera, and Willie Hibe. This is your Sinag Liga Asya. We are one.
So Sinag fans, this is our Converge Fiber X starters of the ball game for Pampanga Delta. They will be starting with Roque, Angeles, Delfino, CN Steel. And for J Project Boomers, they will be starting with Spinoso, Panelo, Palconete, Rojas, and Alicando. Again, this is game number 2 of day number 6 here in our Wednesday triple header. Kami ang makakasama nyo in this ball game. Rowie Sacote together with me is Enzo Galarosa, and on our sideline it's going to be Mariz Victorio. And as you can see here, it's going to be the undefeated Pampanga Delta who will be matching up against the debuting J Project Boomers. So what a game that we have right now, Enzo.
Yes, and interesting here. Steven Angeles starting for the first time dito sa ating tournament in place of Mr. Big Moment, Justin Bautista. And you can notice, no Bautista, no Kevin Santos sa starting lineup nila. Of course, kasi nga, meron silang prior committed with their own college team, Colegio de San Juan de Letran Knights, kaya sila wala ngayon sa laro. But another Letran Knight ang magsi-step up on their absence, itong si Steven Angeles. And also, kita mo, Jeffrey C, after rolling his ankle in their last game,
Oh, yes.
starter na agad siya dito. Ganun ka-ready si Jeffrey.
Buti nakabalik agad siya, you know? And then now starter here for acting head coach Jay Shera.
Yun pa, wala pa head coach na si Coach Predict Di Matulak.
Oo. So grabe ang adjustments dito ng Pampanga Delta, not just in their players but also in their coaching staff.
Yes, and sayang lang hindi natin makikita yung JD Panelo versus Kevin Santos matchup, di ba?
Oo.
Two players that probably have the same playing style, especially nung kaedad ni Kevin Santos, si JD Panelo. Kevin Santos is 20 years old, JD is 18, di ba? 2 years apart, mas mature ang katawan ni Kevin, mas maraming experience si Kevin, but di ba, that would be an interesting matchup. Pareho sila ng player profile, but ito, nonetheless, they have to work with what they have. Talking about Pampanga Delta, still a deep lineup. Look at that drive by Jeffrey C.
Yes, Jeffrey C starting off. That's the first bucket of the ball game here in our game number 2. As Pampanga Pradera Team Park up by 2 points after 1 minute here in this ball game.
Oh, and it just goes to show how deep this Pampanga Delta lineup is. But they have a disadvantage dito. Hindi nila kilala itong mga players ng J Project. So pwedeng gulatin ng mga boomers etong Pampanga Delta. But good pass by Steven to Jeffrey.
Yes, good eyes there. And Jeffrey C sinking that one in again for Pampanga Delta.
Kita mo, no Kevin Santos, but Jeffrey C nag-step up. Tapos may Charles Lumba ka pa off the bench and Joshua Miklat and Superman Jonel Policarpio, di ba? This goes to show how deep this team is.
Yes, this time the first bucket for J Project Boomers, care of Arvin Rojas from downtown. Welcome to the league,
Yes,
J Project Boomers.
What a shot by AJ Rojas. Kanina pa nila sineset up siya. For sure, he's the designated shooter ng team. But speaking of designated shooter,
Steven Angeles answers back with a 3 of his own.
Specialty of the house.
As Rojas thought about it. Look at that great defense there for June Roque. And nice drive there. And that's going to be an end one play. Emmanuel Palconete. And the foul, adding one more for an end one spectacular.
That is the only downside if you don't have Kevin Santos on the floor. Wala kayong rim protector talaga. Palconete, look at that beautiful drive.
Yes, that's our power play of the quarter. Hatid sa inyo ng Converge FiberX. Doble na, dinoble pa. Experience better with Converge FiberX.
And you said experience. Etong J Project Boomers, karamihan sa kanila fresh off a stint from Taiwan. Dahil nga Sinag Liga Asya ang kinakover natin. This team also prepared themselves by playing in a pocket tournament sa Taiwan and also training there. Marami silang nakalaban doon, mga Taiwanese teams, even
from China.
Meron din daw mga taga Kuala Lumpur doon.
Yes.
So halo-halo na experience ang nag-gain netong J Project Boomers to prepare for this tournament. And that's a good job by Coach B-Boy Dumalagan to prepare them for this type of competition, di ba? International type ang ginawa nila.
CJ Delfino soaring high, rising up against the defense of J Project Boomers. And yun, going back sa kwento mo, Enzo, and that's a good experience dito sa mga players ng J Project Boomers playing with international teams here in Asia. It just shows na grabe yung mga pinagdaanan nila dun sa pocket tournament na yun. And now, bringing it here sa Sinag Liga Asya against the powerhouse Pampanga Delta. And look at that drive of the quarter din sa inyo ng Photon, the official mobility partner of Sinag Liga Asya. Kayang-kaya sa Photon.
Yes, and as you said, kailangan nila yung experience na yun. Bakit? Especially in this ball game that they're going up against a powerhouse team in Pampanga Delta. For sure, dun sa tournament na yun, yung mga nakalaban nila, puro ganito rin Same makeup as Pampanga Delta in terms of mga star players na deep ang bench. Ganyan na ganyan ang nakaharap nila for sure dun sa Taiwan. And now you come back, familiar kayo, di ba? Hindi na kayo magugulat kasi typically, you've already experienced that.
Yes.
Lahat ng mga mali nyo na i-correct nyo na in that tournament. Kaya they're ready for this Pampanga Delta team. Hindi basta-bastang team itong J Project Boomers. But para dito sa side naman ng Pampanga Delta with 3 key players missing, Joseph Nunag, Justin Bautista, and Kevin Santos. Guys like CJ Delfino, Steven Angeles, Jeffrey C, and even the returning Kevin Kiambao and Joshua Miklat sa bench nila. Kailangan tulungan sila Policarpio at sila Sonny Estil to carry the cudgels. Kasi nga, what Pampanga Delta does despite of napakahusay ng mga players nila. Strength in numbers talaga ginagawa nila eh. Sa dami ng nagko-contribute, sa dami nilang ginagawa on the floor, it's strength in numbers. That's why they're undefeated in this tournament.
And at the same time, again, Pampanga Delta, grabe nga yung deep lineup nila. And not just that, the chemistry of these players right here.
Yes.
Kasi, again, grabe ang development dito ng, again, pag sinabing taga Pampanga ka and under Gov Dennis Delta Pineda system ka, you're one of the, you know, best players, not just in the in Pampanga, but also in the nationwide, actually.
Totoo. And look at that drive by Sunny. Pero, yun nga, as you said, the chemistry. A lot of these players, sila, Miklat, Angeles, Delfino, Roque, magkakasama na yan for 4, 5, 6 years.
Grabe,
ang pinakabagong player lang nila dito is this man at the free throw line. Sunny, cash money is still. And there's a reason why he actually wears number 34. Ang idol niya is Giannis Antetokounmpo. And ang Twitter handle niya, actually, he told me to say it, was Giannis ng Naspi. Yun talaga yung Twitter,
Giannis
TikTok
ng Naspi?
handle. Oo, binalikan niya yung Pinas, di ba? Kasi
okay.
Giannis ng Pinas known siya eh, but you know, I gave him the cash money nickname just because of yung tandem nila Jonel Policarpio look like Giannis and Chris Middleton before nung kinover ko sila. But yun nga, pinakita naman nilang dalawa last game, di ba? Double-double for Sunny, 24 points, 14 rebounds. Kay Poli naman, 14, 10, and 10. The first triple-double in Sinag Liga Asya history.
And on the other end naman, Gian Spinoso from downtown. This guy can also shoot a 3, ah.
Grabe, kita mo. That's one thing that Pampanga Delta doesn't have on their arsenal is yung scouting. Hindi nila kilala itong mga players ng J Project.
Yes.
So, step in three-pointer yun, di ba? Walang bumantay.
Yes, they thought kasi na Gian, because Gian
Oh, wow!
Spinoso was a big guy. He can shoot 3, pero pinakitaan tayo ngayon ni Gian. And look at that. Oh, a sorry miss there for Steven Angeles.
Minadali niya.
Nalicando pulls up from downtown. Back-to-back 3-point shots for J Project Boomers.
There's that shock factor, that early storm that J Project can do dito sa Pampanga Delta. Before makapag-adjust itong Pampanga Delta, lamangan nyo na ng malaki. And that's what they're doing. Alicando with a good 3 there. Ito, look at that defense.
Yes, again from Allen Alicando after the 3. Steals the ball and steals the show. And ito, JD Panelo with the shot and now increasing the lead to 5 points against the powerhouse Pampanga Delta. They're really shocking Pampanga Delta right now here in Sinag Liga Asya.
What a run para dito sa J Project Boomers. Started with this 3-pointer by Spinoso at the top of the key. And then sumunod yung tres din ni Allen Alicando right here. And to top it all off, this 8-0 run by J Project was that easy layup ni JD Panelo. Good for a 5-point lead.
And we have a timeout break. Our score 16-11 with 5 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. We'll be back, SLA fans, after this.
Project Clothing Shop has been a sublimation company for a long time. We have evolved by proving quality and top-notch products for our customers. The design jerseys are carefully examined and printed in a quality machine that produces a fast printing, the biggest machine in the printing industry. In the sewing section, all the sewing experts use quality thread, needles and machine to make the product good-looking and durable. We customize clothing and sportswear in full sublimation. What are you waiting? Visit us now.
Welcome back, SLA fans. This game is brought to you by Converge FiberX. Doble na, dinoble pa. Experience better with Converge FiberX. Yan ang internet. And syempre, brought to you by J Project Clothing Shop, the official outfitter of SLA, makers of quality uniform. And again, syempre, this is this first quarter. And what a game we have right now. Look at this. J Project Boomers are up by 5 points in the ballgame against the undefeated Pampanga Delta.
And sabi mo, di ba? Brought to you by J Project. Of course, Boss Jun Longon probably proud of his kids right now. Lamang sila ng 5 against this powerhouse Pampanga Delta team. This is the biggest lead biggest deficit Pampanga Delta has faced in their entire tournament.
Yes, dito sa Sinag Liga Asya, no?
Oo, ito na yung pinakamalaki. Dadagdagan pa ni Alicando.
But misses that time as soaring high to get that rebound. Sunny a steal rather. Crashing the boards there. Look at that, Jonel Policarpio right now here in the court. As you can see, that fadeaway jumper almost went in. Fighting for the ball here. Ball goes to J Project Boomers.
Look at how fast itong J Project brings down the ball. They really want to push the tempo dito, and at the same time, bago pa mag-set yung depensa ng Pampanga Delta, gusto na nilang gulatin sila at makascore.
And look at this. Good transition defense naman for J Project Boomers. No easy basket, but left wide open from the left corner 3, but misses that time for Carlo Ferreras.
Carlo Ferreras wide open there. He had all the time to shoot. And good thing to note dito at J Project, not allowing Arthur Roque to score. Tapos dito, mainit pa si Spinoso.
Yes, heating up from downtown, from the parking lot. Gian Spinoso, that's his second 3-point shot here in this ballgame.
Same sa thought, same result. Para kay Spinoso.
Look at that, Janelle, you muscling his way in, draws a foul.
Yes, and you know, he has to take over. He has to be Superman in this ball game. But look at that, hand down, man down nga ang sinasabi ng mga coaches for this.
That's our shot of the game. Hatid sa inyo ng Fin Cotton, the official sneaker of Sinag Liga Asya, your local Filipino sneaker brand. And grabe yun Again, Fin Cotton, maganda yung Sinag shoes nila, Enzo. Inspired from the Radiant Sun. Again, Fin Cotton, size 9.5.
Yes, and our table officials are trying to call the referee's attention dito.
Yes, as you can see, they're just, I think they're clarifying some things lineup, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, they're saying that there's a player on the floor na wala sa official lineup na sinabmit netong J Project. That's why they're clarifying it right now.
And I believe that's number 4 of J Project Boomers.
John Morales.
Oh, I see. So, yes.
Mali yung jersey number na nakalista dito sa official lineup.
On our official lineup, it says number 2 for
Yes.
John Morales. Pero ang nakikita natin, he's wearing number 4.
Yes. And that's why kinorek lang ng mga table officials natin as, look at that!
Oh my goodness! My, cleaning the glass, snatching rebound like a pro there. Sonny is still soaring high, outworking everyone for that hard-earned put-back shot. Yun nga, Enzo, young money, cash money. Sonny is still cleaning the board and drawing the foul.
Get ready for this kid to take over. Like I said, I've seen him drop 33 and 17 in one game. He might have that kind of game dito. Lalo na much needed by Pampanga Delta ang kanya effectiveness. And look at him play defense right there.
And now, CJ has the ball. CJ passes it to Janelle. Janelle Policarpio against 2 defenders. Great defense by J Project Boomers.
Shadow na malakas for Poli against 2 defenders, but we know he can finish that. But J Project doing a good job clamping down dito on Pampanga Delta.
A nice pull-up, Jay, but too strong that time for Gian Spinoso. And again, Enzo, ngayon ko lang napansin, this is the first time na nakita nating may isang team na lumamang sa Pampanga Delta here in Sinag Liga Asya Born 2001 Cup. It just shows na grabe talaga ang players dito nila team owner June Vincent Linogon and head coach Michael Senabre.
Yes, and of course, si Coach B-Boy Dumalagan din, di ba? They were ready for this. Like I said, they went to Taiwan para nga mag-prepare dito sa ating liga. Ganun sila kaseryoso dito sa tournament natin. They didn't just, hindi sila nakontento na, mag-tune up lang tayo dito sa Pilipinas. Pumunta tayo ng ibang bansa para makakuha ng experience. And not only that, they also have a couple of players dito na kinuha nila sa Pilipinas, like JD Panelo, di ba? From Perpetual pa yan, si JD Panelo, Perpetual Juniors team. So, they're really serious. Boss Jun Linogon is very, very serious when it comes to this tournament. And you can see, against itong powerhouse Pampanga Delta, they are playing really well. But, then again, it's very early in this ball game. Yes lamang sila, they're starting hot. But it's all about finishing dito nga sa basketball, diba? It's not how you start, it's how you finish the game.
Yes. The question is if you can maintain the momentum as JD Panelo cleans the board after that miss there from John Lloyd Purganan.
Somebody missed the box out kasi si Ferreras yung nakatao dun bigla kay Panelo.
Oh, what a drive, but a sorry miss there for Carlo Ferreras. Here comes Gian Spinoso. Gian. Oh, too strong on that pass. That was an unforced turnover for Gian Spinoso.
Sinasabi ng mga teammates niya, na-escape mo na with the spin move. Why don't you dribble more? I think they trust itong si Spinoso to do whatever he wants. Kasi kanina, kita mo, 2 tres na nga na-convert niya at the same time. Hinahayaan nila siyang ibaba yung bola. They are showcasing the talent of Spinoso in this first quarter. And look at how Coach B-Boy Dumalagan is rotating his players. Fresh 5 ang nasa floor except for JD Panelo.
Yes, so again, Arvin Rojas checks in for Gian Spinoso after that turnover. And there's going to be a holding foul on John Lloyd Purganan.
And penalty na itong J Project Boomers, and 16 points with 2 minutes. This is probably the lowest output ng Pampanga Delta so far through 5 games.
Yes, and as you can see here, CJ Delfino is at the line to shoot 2 free throws. And yun nga, sinks in the first. Let's see if CJ Delfino can go 2 for 2 here.
This is a guy that can explode for 20 plus points any single time. You watch Philippine basketball through the social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook Reels, TikTok. You know who the Tasmanian Devil is, and they need him to be that explosive scorer in this ball game.
Yes, and eto Enzo, meron tayong first quarter report sa ating napakagandang courtside reporter na si Maris Victorio. Maris, take it away.
Project Boomers Italian player Gianluca Spinoso. As per Luca, he is thrilled and excited for today's game. He said basketball here in the Philippines is very different from the States. Here is more fast-paced and physical, according to him. He is still adjusting, but he says he'll do his best for today's game. Back to you, gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Maris Victoria, for that first quarter report. And yun nga, grabe. So, one of the players pa pala ng J Project Boomers is all the way from Italy. Italian player pala to, si Gian Spinoso.
Yes, and
So, buongiorno, Gian.
wala ko naintindihan.
Ano ko lang yun dati sa play. Pero eto nga, first deadlock of the ball game. Nakahabol na kagad ang Pampanga Delta against J Project Boomers. Kaya napatimeout dito si head coach Alvin Dumalagan. And yun nga, we'll have a timeout break. We'll be back after this.
Sobrang bilis ba? Iyan ang bilis ng FiberX. Iyan ang internet.
Welcome back, SLA fans, to the 2023 Sinag Liga Asya Born 2001 Sinag Cup. As you can see here, the undefeated Pampanga Delta nakahabol kagad dito sa debuting J Project Boomers here in our day number 6, game number 2 here sa napakabagong liga, hindi lang sa Pilipinas, kundi sa Asya.
Yes, and look at the two teams na naglalaban. Very serious in their huddles. They really want to take this win right now. Kasi nga itong Pampanga Delta, you win this game, you already got your 5th win dito sa ating liga. So that means you're at least safe na entering the playoffs. Now, yung next few games nyo will determine yung twice to beat. Of course, what they want is to sweep the entire elimination round. But for J Project Boomers, they want to start their tournament lives dito with a bang, and by defeating this team na looks virtually unstoppable talaga.
Yes, as you can see earlier, or you saw earlier, yung mga Sinag fans natin live inside the one and only one arena here in Cainta, Rizal. The question is,
Good
Enzo,
pass.
Oh, yun nga, that was a good idea there, but couldn't connect lang for John Lloyd Purganan.
Good pass na sana yun. Sayang lang hindi nahawakan na maayos ni JD Panelo.
And ito naman, look at the steal on the other end for J Project Boomers.
Look at that defense by J Project. Well ready. Silas dito sa kanong gagawin ng Pampanga Delta.
And JD Panelo pulls up. No good that time. And ball goes to Pampanga Delta. As you can see here, this is a tight ball game here. Usually, ang Pampanga Delta, closing in the first quarter, malaki na kagad ang lamang nila sa opponent nila. This time, this is tied.
Yes. And that's the reason why napakahirap sila dito sa ating laro. It's because of the game plan ito ni Coach Michael Sinabre, the head coach of J Project Boomers. Their game plan is really getting into the heads ng Pampanga Delta. Hirap sila mapunta sa offensive sets. And as you can see, Coach Alan Trinidad, the team manager, Pampanga Delta. And of course, ang celebrity, Coach Aisel Santos.
Yes, live inside the one arena. Siyempre, that's a three-point shot from the left corner. Dito kay John Morales.
No rotation there sa corner, man. And then wide open ito si Morales. So, J Project is getting everything they want dito sa first period.
Oh, look at the ball rotation of Pampanga Delta, but a missed three-point opportunity for Carlo Ferreras. He was wide open that time. Oh, look at the handles there, and with the finish, but too strong on the limb for John Lloyd Purganan. And Junel Policarpio with the easy basket, the hoop, and the harm. That's an end one brilliance from Superman himself, Junel Policarpio. That was a smart finish, huh?
Look at this. Hinantay muna niya. He could have finished that with a throwdown. Grabe.
Yes, but look at that. That's our fast break of the game. Hatid sa inyo ng photo, the official mobility partner of Sinag Liga Asya. Kayang-kaya sa photo. And Junel Policarpio says, kaya ko rin yung shot na yon. And look at that. Junel Policarpio.
Papa-shoutout.
Shout out kay Mr. Gabi. Tama ba? Gaby? Shout out sa'yo, Gaby.
Gabi Ramirez.
Gabi Ramirez pala,
mo ba
sorry. Ano daw eh. Gusto magpa-shoutout eh.
Happy watching na lang
Happy
po sa'yo,
watching
sir.
na lang, sir, kung sino ka man. So, Gabi Ramirez is our social media manager dito sa Sinag Liga Asya. As Dots, acrobatic finish there for John Javier.
Grabe, what a quarter para dito sa J Project Boomers. But Ferreras doesn't get the floater. And the follow.
Basket will count for Carlo Ferreras. That's a buzzer-beating put-back J there. And now this is a tight ball game coming into the second quarter. And look at this replay right here. After that miss, and gets his zone rebound.
0.2.
Yes, 0.2 seconds there. Look at that, Carlo Ferreras with that shot, beating the buzzer, closing the first quarter. That's why this game is tied right now, Enzo.
Yes. And for the first time, may deadlock tayo after the first in a Pampanga Delta game. But it's because J Project Boomers is playing so well on both ends of the floor, Rowan.
Yes, that's why that's the end of the first quarter. Our score, all 26. Anything can still happen in this ball game. So SLA fans, we will have a quick break. We'll be back after this.
The fastest growing fiber internet got even faster. Again. Dahil ang doble na, di noble pa. Converge Fiber X Plan 1.5 from 100 Mbps is now 200 Mbps. Doble ulit ang bilis, doble ulit ang sulit. If you're an existing subscriber, automatic upgrade ito. And if you want to make it permanent, just agree to our new terms and conditions. As simple as that, no new application, and it's absolutely free. New Converge Fiber X Plan 1.5. Ang dobleng sulit, new offers from Converge. Doble na, di noble pa.
Welcome back, SLA fans, to the 2023 Sinag Liga Asya Born 2001 Sinag Cup. This is game number 2 of our Wednesday triple header inside the One Arena here in Cainta, Rizal. This is the start of the second quarter.
GM Kembao is now on the floor after a one-game absence due to the ankle injury na natamo niya 2 games ago. So that's good sign para dito sa Pampanga Delta. But look at Charles Lumba right here.
However,
yun lang. Offensive foul. Traveling
traveling
violation pala.
for Charles Lumba. Hindi masyadong planted yung foot niya that time. He was called for a travel there. As you can see, the acting head coach, Jay Shera, not happy with that last play.
Sayang yun, but you can see the effort now coming from Pampanga Delta, but they left Rojas wide open again.
Nothing but the net. Pure perfection swish there from downtown dito kay Arvin Rojas.
Pangalawa niya na from 3-point line on the same spot. So, Rojas, they have to guard him. Talking about Pampanga Delta dun sa spot na yun kasi nga, parang kabisado na niya yung area na yun. But look at that, steal.
Still, that was a good move sana, but couldn't convert. And grabe rin yung anticipation doon ni JD Panelo.
Well, shot blocker talaga si JD Panelo. Look at that length, but look at this pass. Really.
Yes, our assist of the quarter hatid sa inyo ng J Project Loading Shop, makers of quality, the official outfitter of SLA. And now, Charles Lumba kicks it. Oh, nice fake.
Favorite shot.
And that is a good shot for JR Bugarin.
That's his specialty, the pride of Santa Rita, Pampanga. Enrico J.R. Bugarin, spark off the bench for Pampanga Delta right now.
And trailing by just 1 point dito ang Pampanga Delta. And look at that drive. Great contest,
Wow.
but better offense there, says Arvin Rojas.
AJ Rojas trying to take over this ball game na. Good defense na sana by Sonny.
Yes, and ito naman, draws a foul dito si John Javier against Junel Policarpio. Oh, his second personal foul already for John Javier. As we take a look at this replay right there, look at that. AJ Rojas driving all the way. Great contest, better offense. And sinking that one in. for Agent 21, AJ Rojas. And now trailing by 3 points dito, Pampanga Delta. Oh, nothing but the net there from the parking lot. Junel Policarpio converting the 3-point shot.
He has that shot. He has improved as a shooter dito. And Superman again, will that wake him up? Will that be the one na magpapatanggal ng salamin ni Clark Kent?
Oh, and that time, a miss there for Allen Alicando. And Junel, oh, nice extra pass. That was a good idea, but great close out doon kay ni Allen Alicando, doon kay Sunny Estila.
Kita mo yung the way J Project runs back on defense. Hirap na hirap yung Pampanga in transition.
Yes, as we take a look at that replay right there from downtown. Splashes it home from behind the arc. And look at that battle for the board here. Oh, back-to-back misses here for Lumba. Another miss for Charles
Kanya
Lumba.
pa rin.
And this time, the hoop and the harm for Lumba. Oh my. Fighting for the board here against, I believe that was 4 consecutive offensive rebounds for Charles Lumba. As we take a look at our power play of the quarter, hatid sa inyo ng Converge Fiber X. Experience better with Converge Fiber X.
Grabe, persistence pays off for Charles Lumba. Talagang he never gave up on that rebound hanggang sa ma-shoot niya yung bola.
Yes, and look at that. 3 black jerseys just to get that rebound against one Pampanga Delta player, and that's his favorite spot there. But the first miss dito for Gian Espinoso.
Look at that, AJ Rojas, the smallest guy on the floor para dito sa J Project. Getting the offensive rebound over Lumba and Pauly. So talagang everyone from J Project is contributing in this first half.
And it just shows grabe yung talent ng mga batang to.
Yes.
And as you can see, na-carry over yung experience nila doon.
Whoa!
As look at that shot for AJ Rojas again. This guy right here is heating up like the sun right now.
Grabe, almost trying to go one-on-one ito si AJ Rojas sa laro natin, ha?
And hindi lang yun, Enzo. He's driving against taller defenders as
Yes.
Junel Policarpio sinks that one in.
Kaya na takeover mode na dito si Pauly.
And look at that ball is in the hands of AJ Rojas. Kagad again. Passes it. Oh, but draws a foul. I believe that's going to be on Sunny Estile.
As we take the first team foul dito ng Pampanga.
Yes, as we take a look at this drive right here, our drive of the quarter, hatid sa inyo ng photo. The official mobility partner of Sinag Liga Asya, kaya-kaya sa photo.
Great drive by Pauly to the baseline. And also, nakatingin siya dun sa baseline kung makakaapak ba siya ng linya dun eh. Great awareness by Superman right there.
It just shows the awareness of that player right there. You know? Kasi nga, yun nga. Sunny Estile with the block!
On JD Panelo, giving him a taste of his own medicine right there.
Yes. Grabe. Return to sender. And Junel Policarpio, same spot. Passes it to Charles. Charles double fakes with the hook. No good that time. Offensive rebound as Roque left wide open.
Off the mark yung tira ni Roque. That looked good in mid-air but medyo malakas lang. Pero ito, Rojas was on fire kanina pa.
As that's a great tip in there for JD Panelo.
JD Panelo, no box out ang nangyari. And just using his length to put it back up and in.
Yes, and that's why they're up by 2 against the powerhouse Pampanga Delta. This is unfamiliar territory for Pampanga Delta. Huh?
Well, sa ngayon dito sa tournament na to,
sa
but
ngayon.
this team knows how to come back from leads just like that. Good find.
By CJ Delfino to Charles Lumba.
Much needed basket yun kasi napako sila sa 35 for nearly 2 minutes.
Yes, threading the needle there for CJ Delfino.
Oh,
AJ Rojas is on fire right now. Welcome to Sinag Liga Asya as Junel Policarpio answers back with a right-handed layup.
In takeover mode na si Pauly but they need to stop ito si AJ Rojas. He's taking over this ball game and Pauly tinao na itong si Rojas.
Look at that matchup. Policarpio guarding AJ Rojas. Oh, Policarpio. And ball stays with J Project Boomers.
Yes, That's because of JD Panelo's length. Nahirapan sila. But look at this bullet pass by CJ Delfino.
Yes, assist of the quarter hatid sa inyo ng J Project Clothing Shop. Makers of quality uniform, and what a quality dime by CJ Delfino to Charles Lumba.
Good two-man game right there by Pampanga Delta, but they have to stop Rojas, and this man is Espinoso. Look at that jumper.
With the spin move fadeaway jumper for Gian Espinoso.
Well guarded na siya dun, ha? Ibang klase yung tira niya. That turnaround jumper is pure.
Grabe, all the way from Italy.
Oh, favorite shot ni Sunny yan.
Oh, but misses that time. Offensive rebound. Oh, great idea, but draws a foul.
So Pampanga Delta, you know, their shooting is not up to par as what we know it is, pero they're still trying to hustle and crash the offensive rebounds. That's why Jeffrey C is there. Kanina si Lumba na andun. And they also haven't taken out Sonny Estil. Wala pang pahinga si Sonny dito.
Yes, as head coach Michael Senambre, pinahinga niya na muna dito si AJ Rojas as he deserves a well-rest here. Or a well-deserved rest as C misses that time.
Sayang yun for Jeffrey, but good aggressive drive. Sorry, miss at the end. Oh, wide open.
Oh, he thought about it. Oh, and that's going to be... Oh, offensive foul call, extending his left or right arm there.
Clear ward off.
Yes.
Galing dito kay Espinoso. And good established position galing dito kay Jeffrey C. Of course, that's what you need if you're Pampanga Delta. Get multiple stops. They haven't had a string of stops unlike their previous few games. Dito, wala pa silang continuous stops.
And JD Panelo with that rebound. Look at this.
Oh, wide open na naman.
Oh, but a miss. Sunny with the board. Sunny passes it to Roque. Roque gives it. Nice fake with a fadeaway jumper. No good, but cleans the board for June Roque. And now trailing by just 1 point na lang dito ang Pampanga Delta.
June Arthur Roque has his fellow perpetual teammate na si Carlo Ferreras is back there. Good cleanup job from June Arthur Roque.
Yes, and that's why we have a timeout break. Our score 42 to 41. 1 point lead in favor of J Project Boomers. We'll be back after this.
Project Clothing Shop, premium fabric. We customized quality printing. Makers of quality uniform. J Project Clothing Shop, premium fabric. We customized quality printing. Makers of quality uniform.
Ako si Romel David, para sa Sinag Liga Asya, 40. Sigabang ka?
Welcome back, SLA fans. As you can see here, yung mga Sinag Liga fans natin dito inside the One Arena here in Cainta, Rizal. Again, admissions are free, so this is just game number 2. Mayroon pa tayong main event after this one. So we invite everyone to watch it here live sa One Arena kasi grabe yung bakbakan natin dito sa game number 2 and may game 3 pa tayo Enzo after this one.
Yes, kaya nga punta na kayo, especially yung mga taga One Cainta na school sa tapat nitong One Arena, di ba? If wala na kayong pasok, punta na kayo dito. But, you know, look at the way itong J Project Boomers attack this offense. It's within their system. And kahit for shot, it looks good in mid-air, di ba? Quality
Yes.
shots na nakukuha nila.
And look at, oh!
There you go!
My goodness! CJ Delfino using his speed and soaring high to get that layup in.
Like I said, he needs to go back to that original Tasmanian Devil mode para makabalik ang Pampanga Delta.
Oh, that was a wild shot for John Javier. Heavily bothered there by June Roque. And nothing but the net showing his lethal perimeter J for Carlo Ferreras.
Hindi sila makashoot sa tres na maayos. Ang ganda na ginawa ni Ferreras. Instead of settling for a three-point shot, one dribble pull-up para sa kanya.
And as you can see, Pampanga Delta are now leading this ball game by 3 points. CJ kicks it, draws a foul, and I believe that's going to be a foul on Emmanuel Falconete.
And two free throws to para kay CJ Delfino dahil penalty na itong J Project Boomers who've done so well defensively, especially in the first quarter. Napa-penalty sila ng Pampanga Delta pero hindi nila nakapitalize ng konti. But look at this.
Yes, that speedy layup there for CJ Delfino. That acrobatic layup there. That was a good shot for CJ Delfino.
That's the true CJ Delfino right there. Past 4 games, he was passive, trying to play the floor general role. But ngayon, I think he recognizes na kailangan ng team ko na scoring. And he's trying to take over and become that scoring spark para sa kanila.
Look at that, battling for the ball there. CJ uses the Jeffrey screen, kicks it to Carlo. Carlo fakes, Carlo will take. Oh my goodness! Grabe, tumalo ng mga Pampanga Delta players dito, Enzo.
Yes, and Carlo Ferreras, their point guard pa. But look at that jumper right there by CJ Dumalagan.
Yes, and now they're trailing by just 3 points here ang J Project Boomers. And ito, meron tayong second quarter report by our courtside reporter, Maris Victoria. So Maris, take us with you.
Yes, I talked to the coaching staff of Pampanga Delta, and from their second quarter huddle, they advised their players to stick to the game plan and focus mainly on defense. Lagi daw pinapaalahanan ng mga coaching staff ang players na hindi dapat maging kampante sa kahit anong game. For now, ang pinanghahawakan ng team ay defense daw talaga. Once they execute a good defense, may chance na lumaki ang lamang nila. Back to you, gentlemen.
Thank you very much from our courtside reporter kay Ate Maris Victorios. Look at that, Carlo Ferreras with the right-handed layup.
Nag-a-adapt na kasi itong Pampanga Delta. Medyo nakikilala na nila itong J Project Boomers and what their tendencies are. And I like the move nito ni Coach Michael Sinabre. Pinasok niya si CJ Dumalagan dito. And kanina, ginulat niya with a 3-pointer. So, Pampanga Delta in shambles. But look at that.
Finish there for Emmanuel Falconete. The hoop and the harm, absorbing the contact and still getting that top score here. And one excellence here for Emmanuel Falconete. Look at that. That was a tough shot, Enzo.
Yes, and di madali yun kasi si Jeffrey siyang nabangga niya. Mabigat na player yan si Jeffrey. That's not a soft player in Jeffrey C. But, you know, good finish by Falconete. Unfortunately, he could not finish that 3-point playoff. But still, what a quarter and what a half para dito sa J Project.
Yes, just look at that. Carlo Ferreras misses that time. Oh, great box out doon kay Janaviera. Oh, what a dime from CJ Dumalagan to Emmanuel Falconete.
Look at how CJ Dumalagan views the floor so well. Nahanap niya ang well-covered Falconete doon by Delfino and Ferreras pa sa gitna nila.
Dumalagan passes it to Gian. Gian will shoot. Oh, too strong that time. Got bothered by Sonny Steele. There's going to be a foul call. That's on Andre Marie. Or Marte, rather. And ito, napatawag sila acting head coach Jay Shera as they want to talk it over as they're up by 1 point lang against J Project Boomers with 1 minute and 2 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So, SLA fans, we'll be back after this.
Sobrang bilis ba? Yan ang bilis ng FiberX. Yan ang internet.
Welcome back, SLA fans, to the 2023 Sinag Liga Asya Born 2001 Sinag Cup. And syempre, we are still live here in the one and only One Arena, Cainta, Rizal, as this game is brought to you by Converge FiberX. Experience better with Converge FiberX. And syempre, J Project Clothing Shop, the official outfitter of Sinag Liga Asya, makers of quality uniform. And syempre, Enzo, grabe ang game natin today. Again, game number 2. And hatid pa rin to sa inyo ng photo, the official mobility partner of Sinag Liga Asya.
Yes, and this is the closest any team has been against Pampanga Delta, nearing the halftime mark at 1 point. Grabe,
Yes. First
well
time.
ready. Yes, well ready itong sila Coach Michael Senabre, Coach B-Boy Dumalagan, and the rest of the players ng J Project Boomers for Pampanga Delta. And that's because of yung international experience nga nila.
Yes.
Yun yung pwede nating dalin din dito. Look at that, Cash Money with a rebound.
Sonny Steele. What a great rebound. Outworking everyone for that hard-earned rebound.
And look at that, siya pa dumidepensa dito in the block.
Oh! Offense to defense. me, oh my, Sunny Steele, that guy right there. What a great hustle kay Sunny Steele.
Grabe. And he's trying to take over this game on both ends of the floor with this block of the game, Rowie.
Yes, atin sa inyo ng SND Skincare. Perfect care for your skin. And what a perfect block there for Sunny Steele. Get that out of here, says Young Money. Oh, I thought that's going to be a travel, but Andre Marte loses the ball. Here comes Janelle. Gives it to CJ. CJ with the spin. CJ with the shot. Oh, my goodness! CJ Delfino with the glorious move and the finish.
Yun na yung Tasmanian Devil. That's the original Tasmanian Devil right there with that spin move.
And look at that display of moves by CJ Delfino as Sunny Steele drives, but no good that time. Marte gets the ball, and there's going to be a jump ball. And the possession arrow is pointing towards J Project Boomers' favor, so ball goes to J Project Boomers.
I'm still in awe dun sa Tasmanian Devil spin neto ni CJ Delfino. Finally, after 5 games, nagpakita na si Tasmanian Devil dito sa Sinag Liga Asya.
Yes, because of grabe Tasmanian Devil, kasi grabe yung ikot niya doon. So grabe yung spin move na yun ni CJ Delfino, ha?
San Beda days pa lang niya, ginagawa niya na yun.
Again, those shots, you know, mukha siyang madali eh, pero pag ginawa mo, that's really hard, ha?
Look at that defense by CJ.
CJ Delfino. Oh, great use of the body there. That was a smart move kay CJ Delfino, ha? And that's good as a guard for CJ Delfino. It just shows na he has the athletic ability, and at the same time, grabe yung mindfulness niya in terms of reading the defense dito ng J Project.
Well, he is one of the best perimeter defenders dito sa ating liga. And not only that, probably one of, if not the best shot blocking point guard dito with his athletic ability. That's why a lot of people were excited for him nung napapanood nila siya sa San Beda Red Cubs. You know, he took a different route, decided not to go to college, and you know, he's developed into a really, really good point guard. And ngayon, pinapakita niya, I still have what it takes to score. As yun na yung last heave for J Project Boomers.
Yes, as eto, the tables have turned here in favor of Pampanga Delta. As that's the end of the second quarter, 8-point lead in favor of Pampanga Delta. As we take a look at this second quarter highlights, look at that. Pampanga Delta are now dominating this game. That was a good start for J Project Boomers coming into the first half. Pero this second quarter, entire second quarter belongs to Pampanga Delta.
Yes, because they were able to stop guys like Rojas and Espinoso in that tail end of the second period. And then CJ Delfino, Charles Jacob Delfino took over. And like I said, he needs to be the one. He needs to go back to that scoring mentality in order for Pampanga Delta to remain undefeated dito sa ating laro.
And SLA fans, that's the end of the first half. Our score 57-49, 8-point lead in favor of Pampanga Delta contra J Project Boomers. So SLA fans, we will have a halftime break. We'll be back after these messages.
Sublimation company for a long time, we have evolved by proving quality and top-notch products for our customers. The design jerseys are carefully examined and printed in a quality machine that produces a fast printing, the biggest machine in the printing industry. In the sewing section, all the sewing experts use quality thread, needles and machine to make the product good-looking and durable. We customize clothing and sportswear in full sublimation. What are you waiting? Visit us now.
Hello mga kasinag, Enzo Galarosa po ng Sinag Liga Asya. At andito po tayo sa Barangay Tangos South in Navotas City para sa second installment ng Sinag Saya. Halina't subaybayan ang aming journey dito para magpasaya at mag-inspire ng mga kabataan dito sa Barangay Tangos.
Malaking bagay po ito kasi unang-una yung mga ibang kabataan, yung mindset nila nasa basketball, hindi sa mga sugal, saan man bating bagay. Kaya itong ang pagbabasketball sport natin ay napakalaking bagay po.
Matangkilik po natin ang paglalaro ng basketball, maiwasan po ang mga masasamang gawain para maging maganda patuloy na paglalaro.
At yan po mga kasinag, dyan po nagtatapos ang ating ikalawang installment ng Sinag Saya dito sa Barangay Tangos, Navotas City. Tutok lang po kayo sa aming mga social media accounts at Sinag Liga Asya sa Facebook and Instagram kung saang barangay kami susunod na magpapasaya. Only here at Sinag Liga Asya.
The fastest growing fiber internet got even faster. Again! Dahil ang doble na, di noble pa. Converge FiberX Plan 1.5 from 100 Mbps is now 200 Mbps. Doble ulit ang bilis, doble ulit ang sulit. If you're an existing subscriber, automatic upgrade ito. And if you want to make it permanent, just agree to our new terms and conditions. As simple as that, no new application, and it's absolutely free. New Converge FiberX Plan 1.5. Ang dobleng sulit, new offers from Converge. Doble na, di noble pa!
J Project Clothing Shop has been a sublimation company for a long time. We have evolved by proving quality and top-notch products for our customers. The design jerseys are carefully examined and printed in a quality machine that produces a fast printing, the biggest machine in the printing industry. In the sewing section, all the sewing experts use quality thread, needles and machine to make the product good-looking and durable. We customize clothing and sportswear in full sublimation. What are you waiting? Visit us now.
Ako si Ronald Tubid, Sinag Liga 40. Laban ka?
Maganda ang view. May libre kang kape. Walang problema sa pagkain. May sarili kang mesa. Higit sa lahat, ang fresh mo pa. Walang MRT na kailangang habulin. Walang traffic na kailangang tisin. Kaya sige, tanggapin lang ang orders. Tanggapin lang ang bookings. Tanggapin lang ang racket. Kaya yan with Converge Home Base. For plans as low as 1,500 pesos per month, meron ka ng internet speed up to 200 Mbps. Make it big with Converge Home Base.
Ako si CJ Beautison. Abangan ang Team 1 Luwid 1 Kapampangan sa Sinag Liga Asya.
Ako si Richie Melesio para sa Sinag Liga 40. Laban ka?
J Project Clothing Shop, Premium Fabric. We customized, quality printing. Makers of quality uniform. J Project Clothing Shop, Premium Fabric. We customized, quality printing. Makers of quality uniform.
Sobrang bilis ba? Yan ang bilis ng FiberX. Yan ang internet.
Ako si CJ Delpino. Abangan ang Pampanga Pradera sa Sinag Liga Asya.
Ako si Roddy Santos para sa Sinag Liga 40. Game na!
It's time to dominate! With its built-in high prioritization feature, charge into battle with low latency. Yes! Get into the race with low jitter. Yes! Apply for a Game Changer plan now and experience great gaming with FiberX.
Ako si Justin Bautista. Abangan ng Pampanga Pradera sa Sinag Liga Asya.
Determinasyon, sipag, puso, pangarap ang puhunan, talento ang labanan, umaatikabong bakbakan. Mga laro ay tutukan. Game na!
Ako si Romel David para sa Sinag Liga Asya 40. Ikabang ka?
Ako si Parley Dimla. Abangan ang Team Luwid 1 Kapampangan sa Sinag Liga Asya.
Hello mga kasinag, Enzo Galarosa po ng Sinag Liga Asya at andito po tayo sa Barangay Tangos South in Navotas City para sa second installment ng Sinag Saya. Halina't subaybayan ang aming journey dito para magpasaya at mag-inspire ng mga kabataan dito sa Barangay Tangos.
Malaking bagay po ito kasi unang-una, yung mga ibang kabataan, yung mindset nila nasa basketball, hindi sa mga sugal, saan man bating bagay. Kaya itong ang pagbabasketball sport natin ay napakalaking bagay po.
Matangkilik po natin ang paglalaro ng basketball, maiwasan po ang mga masasamang gawain para maging maganda patuloy na paglalaro.
At yan po mga kasinag, dyan po nagtatapos ang ating ikalawang installment ng Sinag Saya dito sa Barangay Tangos, Navotas City. Tutok lang po kayo sa aming mga social media accounts at Sinag Liga Asya sa Facebook and Instagram kung saang barangay kami susunod na magpapasaya. Only here at Sinag Liga Asya.
The fastest growing fiber internet got even faster. Again! Dahil ang doble na, di noble pa. Converge Fiber X Plan 1.5 from 100 Mbps is now 200 Mbps. Doble ulit ang bilis, doble ulit ang sulit. If you're an existing subscriber, automatic upgrade ito. And if you want to make it permanent, just agree to our new terms and conditions. As simple as that, no new application, and it's absolutely free. New Converge Fiber X Plan 1.5. Ang dobleng sulit, new offers from Converge. Doble na, di noble pa!
J Project Clothing Shop has been a sublimation company for a long time. We have evolved by proving quality and top-notch products for our customers. The design jerseys are carefully examined and printed in a quality machine that produces a fast printing, the biggest machine in the printing industry. In the sewing section, all the sewing experts use quality thread, needles and machine to make the product good-looking and durable. We customize clothing and sportswear in full sublimation. What are you waiting? Visit us now.
Ako si Ronald Tubid, Sinag Liga Asya 40. Laban ka?
Maganda ang view. May libre kang kape. Walang problema sa pagkain. May sarili kang mesa. Higit sa lahat, ang fresh mo pa. Walang MRT na kailangang habulin. Walang traffic na kailangang tisin. Kaya sige, tanggapin lang ang orders. Tanggapin lang ang bookings. Tanggapin lang ang racket. Kaya yan with Converge Home Base. For plans as low as 1,500 pesos per month, meron ka ng internet speed up to 200 Mbps. Make it big with Converge Home Base.
Ako si CJ Beautyson. Abangan ang Team 1 Luwid 1 Kapampangan sa Sinag Liga Asya.
Ako si Richie Melesio para sa Sinag Liga 40. Laban ka?
J Project Clothing Shop, Premium Fabric. We customized, quality printing. Makers of quality uniform. J Project Clothing Shop, Premium Fabric. We customized, quality printing. Makers of quality uniform.
Sobrang bilis ba? Yan ang bilis ng FiberX. Yan ang internet.
Welcome back mga kasinag. This is the halftime interview of Sinag Liga Asya, and with me is Coach Alden Dumalagan, or also known as Coach B-Boy from J Project. Hi Coach, kamusta ka naman po ngayon?
Okay lang po, okay lang po.
Okay Coach, so tanong ko lang Coach, paano naghanda ang J Project Boomers para sa Sinag Liga Asya? Kasi alam naman natin, sabi ni Coach Michael kanina, yung ibang player daw ay galing pang Taiwan. So paano sila naghanda para sa ngayong laro?
Kanina nag-usap kami ni Coach Mike na paghandaan natin ito kasi wala tayong magawa kasi yung team natin parang galing pa sa hindi buo ba. So kanina nag-huddle kami. Tinanong nila sa mga player na kumbaga ito na, ha? So wag lang, defense lang, tapos gawin lang yung sa sistema na galing sa kanya, galing sa GNC dati.
Okay Coach, kanina kasi sabi ni Coach Mike na first time lang daw ng mga players na magkita-kita, as in ngayon lang daw. So matanong ko lang Coach, in terms of teamwork and pagkakaisa, ano ang naging obserbasyon nyo sa inyong players' performance?
Yung sa isa't isa nila, kasi kabisado na nila eh. Kasi galing yan sa iba't ibang school. So, mukhang si Coach Mike, mga kilala na yan yung mga player niya. Galing sa kanya yan. So, alam na ng sistema nila ni Coach Mike.
Okay Coach, so this is your chance to greet.
Binabati ko po yung sa Tagum City, Davao del Norte. Yung wife ko sa J Project, nanonood sila sa J Project Shop. Binabati ko kayong lahat. Shoutout po sa Sinag Liga Asya.
Thank you so much, Coach B-Boy. And again, this is Sinag Liga Asya's halftime interview presented by Converge. Back to you, Rowie and Enzo.
And thank you very much, Maris Victoria, for that halftime interview with Coach B-Boy Dumalagan. And during the halftime, our score 57-49 in favor of Pampanga Delta against J Project Boomers. And napakagandang hapon ulit to all SLA fans who are watching this live coverage of the 2023 Sinag Liga Asya Born 2001 Cup. And syempre, makakasama nyo ulit. Walang iba kung hindi ang Ronzo love team nyo ngayon, Roy Sacote and Enzo Galarosa. So Enzo, what a great game that we have today. J Project Boomers are, up, ties the ball game during the first quarter, and at the end of the second quarter, lumamang na kagad ang Pampanga Delta. Unfamiliar territory for Pampanga Delta.
Yes, for the first time, less than double figures ang kalamangan ng Pampanga Delta at the half, diba? But it's because lamang sila nag-take over na si Superman and CJ Delfino, combining for 25 points in one half. And Sunny is still garnering 12 first half rebounds after a 14 rebound performance in the last game. But etong J Project Boomers kept it simple in the first quarter. Ginulat nila in terms of their offense, and then sa depensa, hindi sila nagkakanya-kanya. They're funneling everything to JD Panelo being that lone shot blocker. Actually, JD Panelo, the tallest guy on the floor for this game. And ang ganda ng depensa nila in the first quarter. Talking about J Project Boomers, but great adjustment by acting head coach Jay Shera of Pampanga Delta to adjust his rotation, adjust his playing scheme, and also credit CJ Delfino. This is his high dito sa Sinag Liga Asya with 11 points.
Yes, CJ Delfino, again, that guy right there. As you can see there, back-to-back highlights from the Tasmanian Devil, showing his speed and showing his aggressiveness all throughout this ball game. And look at that halftime stats powered by Converge FiberX.
Equal na equal yung field goal shooting natin at 43% parehong koponan. Rebounds itong Pampanga Delta, of course, has the taller team and mas athletic lamang na lamang sila. 33-24 assist pantay. This is the lowest Pampanga Delta has in assist output at the half with 7 assists only. And bakit nangyari yun? Is because of the defense ng J Project Boomers, forcing them into 8 turnovers. 1:1 ang turnover ratio dito ng ng J Project Boomers. Samantalang dito naman sa side ng Pampanga Delta, 7 to 8 ang assist to turnover ratio natin.
Wow, so let's see kung anong adjustments ang gagawin nila head coach Mike Senabre dito for J Project Boomers coming into the second half. Meanwhile for Pampanga Delta, let's see naman kung how can they maintain the lead against the debuting J Project Boomers, Enzo.
Well, one guy needs to be very, very aggressive coming into the second half, and it's none other than Charles Jacob Delfino. 11 first half points para sa kanya. Samahan mo pa ng dalawang napakagandang assist. The Tasmanian Devil needs to take over. He needs to channel his old scoring self para nga manalo itong Pampanga Delta at makaalagwa dito. CJ Delfino needs to turn back time dito and become that scoring mentality that we all know and love.
Yes, as we take a look at this leading scores on during the first half for Pampanga Delta, 2 players are double digits already for Junel Policarpio with 14, CJ Delfino with 11. Meanwhile, Sonny Estil has 9 and Carlo Ferreras has 8. And same thing with J Project Boomers. 2 players has double digits scoring here. Arvin James Rojas has 15, Luca Espinoso with 10, Emmanuel Falconete with 7, and JD Panelo with 6 points. So let's see, again, this is still a tight ball game against the powerhouse Pampanga Delta kontra dito sa debuting J Project Boomers.
Yes, and you can see kanina, Lucas Espinosa. Ito muna ang halftime score natin, Rowie.
57-49. So SLA fans, we'll be back after this.
This growing fiber internet got even faster. Again, dahil ang doble na, di noble pa. Converge Fiber X Plan 1.5 from 100 Mbps is now 200 Mbps. Doble ulit ang bilis, doble ulit ang sulit. If you're an existing subscriber, automatic upgrade ito. And if you want to make it permanent, just agree to our new terms and conditions. As simple as that, no new application, and it's absolutely free. New Converge Fiber X Plan 1.5. Ang dobleng sulit, new offers from Converge. Doble na, di noble pa.
Okay, SLA fans, look at this. The coaching staff of Pampanga Delta with the coach, their team consultant Alan Trinidad, and syempre, the assistant coach Aisel Santos. And look at that guy, Junel Policarpio of Pampanga Delta. Junel Policarpio already has 14 points at the first half.
Yes, the former NCAA Juniors MVP of Mapua Red Robins, now De La Salle Green Archer, leading the way for Pampanga Delta. And kita mo, siya agad ang sinet up nila dito sa first half, sa start ng second half, and unfortunately, nagmintis nga lang siya.
Yes, meanwhile, look at that. AJ Ross guarded by, oh, nice handoff today, JD Panelo, but sorry, missed there.
Good handoff na sana by Rojas, but Pampanga Delta,
oh,
look at that. I was gonna say, Poli is going to find somebody dito once he attacks. Once Policarpio gets into that middle area ng paint, he's looking to pass muna eh. He's looking to set up his teammate, and he found his running mate, Sonny Estil. 11 points and 12 rebounds na si Sonny dito.
And look at that no-look pass inside from CJ Delfino. Oh, here comes Sonny Estil with a left-handed layup, sinking that one in. For Sonny Estil.
Cash money starting to heat up dito, but JD Panelo looks like he's hurt.
Yes, he's holding on to his right leg, as you can see there.
Oh, looks like it's hamstring. His right hamstring dito. Huwag naman sana sa tuhod. Medyo malapit sa tuhod ang hinahawakan niya, but it seems like it's his hamstring or pinupulikat siya dun sa hamstring area niya yun. Yes. Both legs ata. Para yung legs niya sinistretch.
Yes, and that's very crucial for head coach Mike Senabre. If hindi makabalik dito si JD Panelo, he's doing a great job both defensively and offensively for J Project Boomers. As there's a foul call, and that's a 3-point attempt dito kay CJ Dumalagan.
Yes, and CJ Dumalagan from Tagum, Davao del Norte. He looked like a good look na sana para kay CJ Dumalagan, but bothered by the length ni Sonny Estil. And tingnan natin dito, yun, clearly, no airspace ang binigay ni Sonny dun sa tira na yun. And the referees will call that if you don't give the shooter, a shooter like CJ Dumalagan, to land.
Yes, that's why he was, Sonny Estil was called for a foul there. And first attempt for CJ Singston. Let's see if he can go 1 or 2 for 3 here. Ayun nga, 2 for 2. And now, let's see if he can go 3 for 3.
Ganda na shooting form niya, no? Pure na pure. The ball has a lot of revolutions once it leaves his hand. Alam mong shooter itong si CJ Dumalagan eh. Napakadaming mahuhusay na basketball players na nanggagaling sa Davao. Lalong-lalo na ang mga taga-tagum Davao del Norte. Happy watching po sa mga taga-tagum dyan. Lalong-lalo na sa J Project. Dahil nga, sila yung tumutulong sa atin. Of course, they're also our official outfitter and also nagsistream live din sila ng mga laro natin doon sa Mindanao.
Yes, it just shows na grabe ang suporta dito ng J Project Clothing Shop. Siyempre, just wanna give a huge shout out dito. No other than kay Boss June Linogon. Yes, with J Project Clothing Shop.
For sure, proud na proud siya sa mga performance ng players niya. But Paulie with a standing shot right there.
Look at that. Judel Policarpio didn't even, hindi man na siya tumalon.
Oo.
Tinira niya na lang while he's standing up. And, well, from the looks of it, mukhang hindi nga contested yung shot na yun.
Oo, syempre, ganyan. Kalakas itong si Paulie. And interesting to note dito, when naglaro siya sa summer stint nila sa Lasal. When he played for Lasal in their summer tournament, he played the 2 and 3. Diba? And now he's playing the 4 and the 5 position for Pampanga Delta. This is a player that can legitimately play all 5 positions. And nakita natin with his defense kay Rojas, can defend all 5 positions. Very, very versatile. Ito si Jonel Policarpio. But look at that hustle galing dito kay Charles Lumba.
Yes, Charles Lumba sinking that one in. And now increasing the lead to 12 points. This is the largest ball game so far.
Na naagaw pa dito ni Ferreras.
As Carlo Ferreras using his speed, stealing the ball and stealing the show for Carlo Ferreras.
And now they're trying to open this game na. Talking about Pampanga Delta. Ayaw na nilang padikitin pa itong J Project Boomers. Good block by Sonny.
And look at that rebound by Sonny.
Pang 13 na niya yan.
Yes, Sonny Estiel garnered 12 rebounds during the first half, During the first half, Enzo, grabe.
And what a finish right there by Charles Jacob Delfino. What a finish and what a start dito para sa Pampanga Delta.
Yes, what a run here for Pampanga Delta taking over. Look at that. Sonny Estiel with the block. And look at that. CJ Delfino with the drive. Oh my. Pure finesse there for CJ Delfino, and that's why they are now up by 16 points here in this ball game. We'll have a quick break. We'll be back after this.
Project Clothing Shop has been a sublimation company for a long time. We have evolved by proving quality and top-notch products for our customers. The design jerseys are carefully examined and printed in a quality machine that produces a fast printing, the biggest machine in the printing industry. In the sewing section, all the sewing experts use quality thread, needles and machine to make the product good-looking and durable. We customize clothing and sportswear in full sublimation. What are you waiting? Visit us now.
Welcome back, SLA fans, to the 2023 Sinag Liga Asya Born 2001 Sinag Cup. This one for game number 2. Starting the third quarter, Pampanga Delta are taking over of this ball game.
Yes, they're clamping down on their defense as what Coach Jay Shera said nung second quarter report ni Maris. They want to focus on their defense. That has been their calling card talaga, not just in this tournament but in any league na sinalihan itong grupo na to. This core group of Pampanga Delta na nag-champion in multiple leagues and even mga inter-region leagues na nag-champion sila. Defense talaga ang calling card nila eh. And that's what they're doing, clamping down on defense. And then look at that, finding an easy look. Good find galing kay Policarpio to the cutting Charles Lumba on the baseline.
Yes, and sinking that one in for Charles Lumba. Great find by Poli. Look at this, Falconete looking. Look at the defense there. Sonny is still bothering those shots.
Kayang-kaya mag-switch ng lahat ng 5 dito eh.
Kahit sino pwedeng pumantay sa point guard ng J Project Boomers ng Pampanga Delta. It just shows the versatility of the players na meron dito sila acting head coach Jay Shera for Pampanga Delta. And look at that. CJ Dumalagan is at the free throw line to shoot 2. And yun nga, nabanggit mo kanina si Maris Victoria. She has a third quarter report from the sideline. Maris, take it away.
Yes, nakausap ko si Head Coach Michael ng J Project. He said one of the challenges daw nila kanina ay nagkanya-kanya ang mga players. Naiintindihan niya naman since first time ng mga players magkita-kita ngayong araw. Pero he advised his players to execute good defense and mag-box out. The players also need to focus on their cooperation. Will they be able to overcome their challenges for this ball action? Yan ang susubaybayan natin. Back to you, Rowie and Enzo.
Thank you very much, Ate Maris, for that third quarter report. So yun nga, yun ang kailangan natin abangan, Enzo, if anong gagawin dito nila Head Coach Mike Senabre to bounce back against the powerhouse Pampanga Delta. Kasi imagine, 16 points na kagad ang lamang.
Tough task yan without JD Panelo kasi their defense is predicated on JD Panelo's rim protection. And look at that. They were worried dun sa role ni Charles Lumba and it left CJ Delfino wide open for that step back corner three-pointer.
And good eyes for, CJ Delfino, knowing or aware that he was wide open that time, and that's a good shot there for AJ Rojas.
He's trying to take over again. Kaninang first half, hirap na hirap ang Pampanga Delta kay Rojas. So he's trying to take over dito for them. But look at that, good pulling the chair. Galing dito kay Dumalagan. Alam niya iikot si CJ Delfino. And that's why he moved away from the bump ni CJ. Nawala tuloy sa footing si CJ and it turned into a traveling violation.
So it just shows the maturity dito ng J Project Boomers. That's basketball fundamentals. Actually, that's a high IQ play right there.
Totoo. And pag ganyan, if you know the player is stronger than you, more athletic, faster, uutakan mo na lang talaga eh.
Yes, and that's a good steal for Carlo Ferreras. Again, using his speed to sink that one in. And look at the hustle of Sunny Estilo. Ball falling down doon si AJ Rojas.
Pampanga Delta talagang kita mo tumakbo si Estil tsaka si Ferreras to go down back sa defense. But look at this ball pressure by Delfino and Ferreras.
Yes, that's our fast break of the game. At sa inyo ng Photon, the official mobility partner of Sinag Liga Asya. Kayang-kaya sa Photon.
This is a weird record now. But Pampanga Delta has more than 2 dunks per ball game.
Per ball game?
Oo. Isang beses lang sila nagkaroon ng 1 dunk and that was the Luid 1 Kapampangan game and that was Kevin Santos. Now that Kevin Santos is gone for... I don't know if kampante ba ako na magkakaroon ng dakdak dito eh.
Well, andyan naman si Jonel.
Well, pwede.
So, and at the same time, actually, pero however, kanina, di ba, during the half, we spoke with Jonel Policarpio.
Yes.
He mentioned that medyo na iirita siya dun sa left ankle niya because of his injury 2 months ago.
Yes, well, you know, medyo hindi ko na pinapaniwalaan mga yan eh. Nakilala ko mga players na yan. Si Kevin Santos nga, last game, ayaw daw dumakdak. Pinoster dunk naman niya si Ubuyes. Diba? Si Roque din. In off the glass pa ni Delfino yung a couple of games ago. So, you know, these players, when given a chance, they will try.
Yes.
But, you know, the safest dito pa rin is always the victory for Pampanga Delta. Sunod na yung highlights na lang.
Yes. Kasi actually, if you dunk kasi, it just shows you're making a statement dun sa opponent mo eh. It just shows you want to overpower them. That's the impact, psychological impact ng isang dunk eh. So yun ang ginagawa ng Pampanga Delta to intimidate their players. As that's a good shot there for John Javier from downtown.
Yes. And John Javier, that's his first conversion from the three-point. And look at the bench points, Rowie. 37 to 13. Ganun kalalim itong Pampanga Delta.
Yes, while yun lang, 13 lang for J Project Boomers.
Yes. Well, Policarpio came off the bench, di ba?
Well, sa bagay.
So,
Doon nag-start yun.
Oo.
So, dahil doon sa rotation ni acting head coach Jay Shera, kaya mataas yung bench points dito ng Pampanga Delta.
Parang di nila iniinda yung pagkawala ng dalawang star players nila na nanonood ngayon habang nagsasangyup daw. Shoutout kay Kevin Santos and Justin Bautista. But ito, Rowie, tingnan natin itong mga hands-on and handsome. Mga leaders natin, mga boss natin dito. Of course, our chairman, Sir Rocky Chan, our president and CEO, Boss Ray Alaw, and our COO, Coach Leo Isaac.
Yes, he's in the building right now, supporting ang mga players natin dito. And at the same time, syempre, para bantayan ka, Enzo.
Ba't ako?
Ay, hindi ba? Sorry. Biro lang yun, Sinag fans. Pero syempre, ganun ka-hands-on ang mga officials, ang mga boss natin dito sa Sinag Liga Asya. Kaya nga ganito kaganda ang liga natin. Hindi lang sa Pilipinas, pati na rin sa Asya.
Oo. Look at that ball pressure by Enrico.
And look at this. Look at the ball pressure right now executed by Pampanga Delta. They're not giving any open spaces here against J Project Boomers.
Kaya sila bumaball pressure eh. Ayaw nila pumunta yung bola sa kamay nito ni AJ Rojas eh. Kasi once AJ has the basketball, he can do a lot of things. Kita mo, may help defender na he was still able to evade. Ang ganda ng initial move niya, naiwanan niya si Hanslik daw. And then, right now, he's at the free throw line. One-on-one player to si AJ Rojas. He's outstanding one-on-one. But like we said continuously, dito sa coverages natin, you can't win in a basketball game playing 1-on-5. It might have happened before na may teams na nananalo or successful dahil naging 1-on-5 sila. And I'm talking about and referring to the birthday boy yesterday, talking about our idol, the late, great Mamba, Kobe Bryant. Birthday ni Kobe yesterday. And, you know, for Kobe, I think that was the one that derailed his career. Kaya siya maraming injuries kasi he played a lot of 1-on-5. Basketball talaga is a team sport. All 5 players on the floor dapat magtutulong-tulong kagaya ng ginagawa ng Pampanga Delta.
Yes, kaya ngayon nga sinabi ni Shaq, di ba? Sinabihan niya daw dati si Kobe, Kobe, you should pass the ball kasi there is no I in team. Pero sabi ni Kobe, there is an ME.
Oo, there is ME in that
yes.
blank. Expletive.
Na hindi natin pwede sabihin.
Oo, pag 2 weeks pa lang tayo, baka mamaya hindi na tayo umabot.
Pero yun nga, it just shows no, na grabe. And then Kobe kasi that time, speaking of, we're already talking about Kobe Bryant. No? He did mention kasi before na sinasabi niya, ayaw niya ipasa yung bola doon sa ibang teammates niya. He's not saying any names sa LA Lakers. Kasi,
He said one.
Well, yun.
He said one name.
Hindi naman lang natin sasabihin yun. Pero sinasabi niya kasi na hindi daw, you know, I'm not gonna pass the ball to someone who's, you know, not working very hard during training.
Yes.
He doesn't deserve to get the ball. Sabi niya yun, ayaw ko ipasa yun sa teammate ko if they're not working hard as me. Yun ang sabi ni Kobe Bryant. Kaya nagulat ako, nagtatagalog ka pala, Kobe.
Sinimplihan mo pa yun. Pero that just goes to show, di ba, that there are times that you have to trust your teammates. But yung pwede din naman nating sabihin na it's also changing of times. Kasi back then, panahon ni Kobe, panahon ni Jordan, full of one-on-ones. You have a lot of players, 1 or 2 or 3 players na talagang option mo on offense and the others are just role players, spot-up shooters, rebounders, di ba? Ngayon kasi, all 5 players on the floor know how to go one-on-one. Kahit dito sa panig ng J Project Boomers, Alicando, Rojas, Javier, si Lucas Pinoza nga kanina, di ba? All of the 5 players right now in this generation of basketball are so talented, kaya ng skumor. As we look at this foul kanina on Enrico Bugarin.
Yes, look at that. After that Rondo-like fake there. Oh, swipe. So that's, I believe that was just a normal foul?
Oo.
Yes.
No intention to hurt naman eh.
Alan Alicando kasi was aiming for the ball. So if nakita ng officials natin is not aiming for the ball, he was looking for, you know, physical, you know, any parts of his body not aiming for the ball, that's gonna be upgraded to Anspo. Pero good call by the officials.
Yes.
Nakita-kita naman Alan Alicando was aiming for the ball to swipe that time.
And nag-apologize siya immediately. Pag nakita niya na tumumba na si Enrico, agad-agad niyang tiningnan. Kinamusta niya agad si Bugarin. So, you know, good sportsmanship galing dito sa Boomers, especially for Alan Alicando. But, you know, one thing that the Boomers is not doing well is finding the open shooters. Although open dun si Rojas, but, di ba, naging dahil sa offensive rebound. But look at that, Rojas trying to take it on his own.
Oh my goodness, AJ Rojas, look at his hustle. After the block, gets the board, passes it to John Javier, and John Javier finishes everything. Me oh my. That was a thing of beauty there. Beautiful basketball executed by J Project Boomers.
He's trying his best to come back into this ball game as foul on the ground. Sabi dun sa drive ni Miklat.
That basket will not count for Joshua Miklat. And as you can see here, look at this. Look at this block by AJ Rojas. Access denied and gets the board. Plus the dime to John Javier. Left wide open. Easy bucket for J Project Boomers.
Beautiful sequence para dito kay AJ Rojas. I was just saying, di ba? He's trying to take over this game. He's trying to lead his team to a comeback. And I like the fact that he's sharing the basketball. Talagang sinasabi niya na, wait, join me in this comeback. Hindi lang dapat ako.
And look at that. A traveling violation committed by GM Kimbao.
Of course, Kimbao just returned with an injury. But ito, Roy, speaking of injury.
Yes, speaking of return, ito, our courtside reporter has a third quarter report. Maris Victorio. Maris, Take us.
Yes, Rowie and Enzo, update on John Dave Panelo. Pinulikat ang kanyang right legs dahil daw sa pagod. Galing daw siya kanina sa ensayo ng eskwelahan nila at dumiretso dito para makapaglaro ngayon. He said there's nothing to worry about dahil he is fine. Unfortunately, hindi na siya maglalaro at magpapahinga na lang siya for this ball game. Back to you, Rowie and Enzo.
Thank you very much, Ate Maris Victoria, for the third quarter report. And that's very crucial for head coach Mike Senabre, Enzo. Without JD Panelo on the floor, no one's, everybody needs to step up defensively.
Yes. And dahil nga itong si JD Panelo is their rim protector, they are funneling everyone to him. Pinapapunta nila lahat ng plays ng Pampanga kay JD Panelo kasi nga alam nila, kayang-kaya sabayan ni JD Panelo. But yun nga nag-practice sila kanina, and maybe that's one of the reasons why we haven't seen June Arthur Roque play that much minutes dito. Kasi nga, they're technically from the same school. Juniors itong si JD, seniors itong si Arthur, but nagpa-practice yan siguro na magkasabay or magkasunod, di ba?
Yes.
So that's the reason why. And for these kids, tama yung move na rin na yun for JD Panelo and also for Coach Mike Senabre na wag na muna pilitin. This is just game 1 out of 10. So we'll just let JD rest right now kesa naman yung longevity, yung manghina pa si JD in the future. You're also betting on the future din ng kabataan kapag nilaro mo pa siya dito eh.
Yes.
Sumusugal ka na, yung future niya, mahaba pa yan, kaya ilalaro ko yan. But, Coach Mike, isip niya na, mas importante yung future nito. Maninigurado na ako na hindi na magtatamo tong bata ng injury.
Yes, it just shows that's a good coaching decision for head coach Mike Senabre.
Of course.
And at the same time, look at Pampanga Delta. Nung na-injure si JD Panelo, mas lumalaki na ang lamangan. Mas nasa kanila na yung momentum. Kasi yun nga, Enzo, no rim protectors na for J Project Boomers. Kaya look at the plays of Pampanga Delta. They are not, they are fearless actually driving to the rim na without any shot blockers on the floor for J Project Boomers.
Yes, and ito, kakabalik lang ni Lucas Pinoso dito sa ating third period.
Yes.
If they want to come back, they need him to, explode once again together with Rojas and si CJ. Diba?
Yes.
Look at that, hirap na hirap sila,
Yes, kasi grabe naman ang depensa dito ng Pampanga Delta, capitalizing on the absence of one of the tallest player, if I'm not mistaken though, for J Project Boomers.
Yes.
And I agree with what you've mentioned earlier. Gian Lucas Pinoso really needs to perform or imitate his performance during the first quarter para maka-bounce back naman sila in this ball game.
Together with CJ Dumalagan, ito si Allen Alicando din. But look at that good drive by Jeffrey C. to finish off what has been a masterful third period para dito sa Pampanga Delta. Start of the quarter, they only had 57 points. Don't look down, they already have 86 points.
Wow, so 29 points ang na-score dito ng Pampanga Delta, while dito naman for J Project Boomers, 15 points lang. As you can see, 86-64 ang score natin. As we take a look at this third quarter highlights, mostly in the favor of Pampanga Delta.
Yes. Siyempre, napaka-dominant nila on both ends of the floor. Really turned up the intensity dito sa third period. Led by Charles Jacob Delfino and Jonel Policarpio. That's why we're looking at a big lead for them now, Rowie.
Yes, and at the end of the third quarter, our score 86-64 in favor of Pampanga Delta against J Project Boomer. So SLA fans, we still have one more quarter remaining. We'll be back after this.
Time to dominate. With its built-in high prioritization features, charge into battle with low latency. Yes! Get into the race with low jitter. Yes! Apply for a Game Changer plan now and experience great gaming with FiberX.
Welcome back, SLA fans. This game is brought to you by SCD Skincare. Perfect care for your skin. So SCD Skincare, the official skincare product of Sinag Liga Asya. And syempre, this game is partnered, or broadcast partner natin is Video Gear Incorporated. And that's why maganda ang coverage natin dito sa Sinag Liga Asya. We are now starting the fourth and final quarter between the Pampanga Delta against the debuting J Project Boomers, and trailing by a huge margins at the start of the fourth and final quarter.
And look at that. Nag-extend na yung depensa ni Charles Lumba dun kay Spinoso. And, you know, sabi ko nga mag-a-adapt tong Pampanga Delta. They will adapt to their opponents the same way that they adapted against Parañaque Pelicans. Adapted to the physicality, pero hindi pa tapos yung laro. AJ Rojas can explode. Espinosa can explode. Andyan pa yung CJ Dumalagan. And itong si Falconete. So, hindi pa tapos itong laro na ito if you're Pampanga Delta. You shouldn't be complacent in this fourth period na, uy, malaki lamang. Panalo na tayo dito. Kasi kayang-kaya na itong J Project Boomers makakabalik.
And look at that. Oh, an offensive foul call was called on John Javier. I believe our officials had a better angle there. And that is his fourth personal foul in this ballgame as we take a look at this replay. Look at that.
Oh, meron nga.
Extending
Clearly.
his left arm to guard that ball. Good call by the officials that time. Oh, that's a great defense by John Javier.
Kala ko makakuha pa ni Carlo yun.
Oh, Luca. Nice pass. Passes it back to Gian. Luca with the floater. Missed that time. Is still with the board.
Okay pangalan yun, no? Luca.
Reminds me of one player.
Sino?
Luca Santos.
Sino yun?
Hindi ko rin kilala eh.
Nag-invento ka lang,
Nag-invento na lang ako. Kasi alam ko naman sasabihin mo Luca Doncic eh.
Hindi.
Sino ba?
Luca Santos.
CJ Delfin from downtown. CJ Delfino, me oh my. This kid right here is taking over right now. And on the defensive end, Pampanga Delta still not yet done as Sonny still takes it over to the rim by himself.
Yun na, pinakita niyo na yung Yanis ng Pinas, di ba? With that, you know, long stride na ginawa niya. And look at him, extending his defense pa.
Look at him guarding John Javier. Ang layo pa nung tinakbo niya just to guard John Javier, ha?
Oy, sayang!
I thought that's gonna go in. John Javier fighting for the ball here. Nice pass. AJ, a missed shot there by Emmanuel Falconete. CJ gives it. Carlo setting it up. This is a good time for Pampanga Delta to, you know, trim down the clock. I said the clock is in their favor.
Yes, but they have to make sure they have a clear, you know, look at the basket every time. Quality shots. Don't force anything up if you're Pampanga Delta. But just like that, Carlo Ferreras, patient on the offense. Saw there's a driving lane dun sa gitna. Inatake niya, and good finish with the right hand.
Yes, look at that replay right there again. Carlo Ferreras with the floater. Pure swish there by number 6. And may timeout break tayo. We'll be back, SLA fans, after this.
Project Clothing Shop, premium fabric. We customized quality printing. Makers of quality uniform. J Project Clothing Shop, premium fabric. We customized quality printing. Makers of quality uniform.
Ako si Rodi Santos para sa Sinag Liga Asya 40. Game na!
Welcome back, SLA fans. This game is brought to you by Finn Cotton, the official sneaker of Sinag Liga Asya, your local Filipino sneaker brand. Size 9.5, and as you can see here, yung mga Sinag fans natin inside the one and only One Arena here in Cainta, Rizal. As you can see, assistant coach Aisel Santos together with their manager / consultant Alan Trinidad for Pampanga Delta. As
Parang nautal ka kanina dun nung pinakita yung fan.
Ha? Hindi naman. Kasi
Naka-mask. Parang nautal ka.
Hindi kasi ikaw iniisip ko, Enzo eh.
Ako na naman.
Oo, kasi
ikaw
tingin mo
ngayon
sa camera eh.
Ikaw yung nautal
So, sabi ko kasi, Enzo, ikaw na lang ba bumati? Or... Pero yun
Pinasa
nga.
mo pa sa akin, ha?
Pero yun nga, SLA fans again, you are welcome to visit us. Look at that shot by Sonny Steele. You are welcome to watch this game right here sa Sinag Liga Asya inside the One Arena here in Cainta, Rizal. Again, admissions are free. Wala kayong babayaran pero grabe yung bakbakan natin dito sa ball game natin. You can get to watch these talented Sinag players right here nang libre, grabe. So you guys are in for a treat. So drop by here in Sinag Liga Asya sa 1. And look at that, Sunny Esteel with a shot, as now they're increasing the lead to 31 points. And Rojas, no good that time. Sunny Esteel passes it to Policarpo. Look at the touch passes here ng Pampanga Delta, but great defense.
Oh, look at that!
Sunny Esteel with the hand time! That was a one-handed hang time shot there for Sunny Esteel.
19 points and 18 rebounds na si Cash Money Esteel ngayon. On his way. Nasamahan si Policarpio sa history ulit as the first player to have a 20-20 game dito sa Sinag Liga Asya.
Grabe.
After a 22.14 rebound game, you're now 19 and 18, pero ito, titira pa siya ng 3.
And that's his 22nd point here sa Sinag Liga Asya. As you can see, yung mga SLA fans natin inside. And look at that, Sunny Esteel and Carlo Ferreras with that left-handed layup after that pass from Sunny Esteel.
Grabe, once again, Pampanga Delta over the 100-point mark. Again, 4 out of the 5 games na nilaro nila, including this game, 4 out of the 5, over 100 points. They set the record for the most points already at 109 the last game. 5 minutes and 3 seconds natitira, 104 na sila, di ba?
Yung ba yung quota nila kay head coach Pedic Di Matulak, no?
Ewan ko, pero you know, one thing's for sure, they did this without their 2 best players, and actually not 2, 3 best players, Nunag, Santos, and Bautista, di ba? And yet, they have 107 points. Just goes to show how good this team is. But for J Project Boomers, it's back to the drawing board. You should look at this as, okay, this is a good experience. Kakasabi nga kanina ni Coach B-Boy, di ba? First time ng ibang players dito magkita-kita, magsama-sama. So, this is actually a good game, especially how they started. But look at the shot by Carlo Ferreras.
Yes, from downtown, Carlo Ferreras. After that one, a mellow-like celebration there. And napatime out dito ang J Project Boomers. As you can see, our score 107-71. We'll be back after this.
Ganda ang view. May libre kang kape. Walang problema sa pagkain. May sarili kang mesa. Higit sa lahat, ang fresh mo pa. Walang MRT na kailangang habulin. Walang traffic na kailangang tisin. Kaya sige, tanggapin lang ang orders. Tanggapin lang ang bookings. Tanggapin lang ang racket. Kaya yan with Converge Home Base. For plans as low as 1,500 pesos per month, meron ka ng internet speed up to 200 Mbps. Make it big with Converge Home Base.
Welcome back, SLA fans, to the 2023 Sinag Liga Asya Born 2001 Sinag Cup. As you can see, yung mga boss natin dito sa Sinag Liga Asya. Our COO, Coach Leo Isaac, our chairman, Boss Rocky Chen, and our president/CEO, Boss Ray Alao. Our hands-on officials are inside the One Arena to support these players right now who are playing dito sa hardwood floor.
And good thing to note dito, Rowie, although you know, CJ Delfino is not on the floor, but if he comes to the floor and scores at least a point, Pampanga Delta will make another history dito sa laro natin. As the first team to field 3 players na naglaro na may 20 plus points. Kasi Sunny still already has 24 points. Carlo Ferreras off the bench has 21. CJ Delfino has 19. If CJ Delfino gets a point, pag binalik pa siya dito, history yun as the first 3 players to score 20 plus in the same game.
So, ibig sabihin, yung 3 players pa lang na yun for Pampanga Delta contributed at least more, or at least, actually more than 60 points. Hindi ako magaling mag-math kasi 20 times 3, 60 yun eh. Tapos, i-carry over mo plus square root ng pi.
Huwag mo na pahirapan.
Sorry.
Huwag mo
Pero yun
pahirapan.
nga, kidding aside, grabe yung performance dito ng Pampanga Delta. It just shows na grabe ang ball rotation nila and grabe rin yung depth ng players dito nila. Well, nila head coach Pedic Di Matulak again. Wala pa siya dito.
Yes, of course. Si Coach Humperdinck, ano yan eh, busy guy yan. But, you know, it just goes to show na pati yung lineup of coaches nila is star-studded. Of course, Coach Jay Shera, a former, FEU Tamaraw.
yes.
Coach Totoy Marquez, a former PBA player, former teammate nga siya actually na ating COO. And andyan pa si Coach Aisel, of course, their team manager / team consultant, Coach Alan Trinidad na institusyon na ngayon sa Pampanga. Sa tagal nilang magkasama ni Governor Dennis Delta Pineda, Coach Alan has built a great relationship with multiple players just like Justin Baltazar, Enjo Serrano, mga players na inalagaan nila, and now, kita mo, na i-hand off nila yung knowledge nila sa mga players, and the players responded really well. For sure, kinabahan sila sa ganda ng simula na itong J Project Boomers.
Yes.
But yung entire coaching staff, kampante na mag-a-adapt to mga players na to. But for J Project Boomers, Coach Mike, Coach B-Boy has to go back to the drawing board. And then, siguraduhin nila na next game, may team chemistry na tong kuponan na to. Kasi nga, sabi nga ni Coach B-Boy kanina, di ba? First time palang magkita-kita ng ibang mga players na to.
And dahil doon, napatime out dito sila head coach Mike Senabre with 3 minutes and 22 seconds remaining. SLA fans will be back after this.
Project Clothing Shop has been a sublimation company for a long time. We have evolved by proving quality and top-notch products for our customers. The design jerseys are carefully examined and printed in a quality machine that produces a fast printing, the biggest machine in the printing industry. In the sewing section, all the sewing experts use quality thread, needles and machine to make the product good-looking and durable. We customize clothing and sportswear in full sublimation. What are you waiting? Visit us now.
Welcome back, SLA fans, to the 2023 Sinag Liga Asya. Again, we are still live here in the one and only one arena here in Cainta, Rizal. Home of the best bibingkas here in the Philippines. As we take a look, our SLA fans live inside the one arena. Yun nga, grabe ang napakarami. And mga naggagandahan at nagagwapuhang SLA fans natin. And at the same time, visit here sa One Arena mismo and hanapin nyo kami nila Enzo Galarosa and kausapin nyo si Enzo, bentahan nyo ng 40 pieces ng bibingka.
Huwag naman. Wala akong ganung klaseng pera.
And babayaran daw ni Enzo yun ng cash plus tip.
Huwag naman. Wala akong pera. Pero, Pampanga Delta, talking about history kanina, ito actually, they have actually set again the most points in a regulation game with 110 dito sa young league natin. Diba? That just goes to show how good this team is. And despite losing 3 key players for them, ganito pa rin kagandang performance nila. It's just scary how good this team really is. Limited minutes pa nga si Jun Roque. 12 minutes pa lang nilalaro niya and he only shot the ball once.
Wow.
Diba? So, ibang klase itong kuponan na to. And I've seen and I remember sa initial lineup na finlash natin in their opening game about a week ago, I believe.
Yes.
Meron pa silang 2 players na hindi pa naglalaro. So, diba? And those 2 players are playing for college teams din. Ganun kalakas itong kuponan na to ng Pampanga Delta. It's a hefty task. But with this 5th win, it secures them early already. Napakaaga pa, but it already secures them a spot sa ating top 8. And if magtuloy-tuloy pa to, maybe secures the number 1 seed.
And meanwhile, for J Project Boomers naman, this is a wake-up call for them. Na ibang klase rin talaga yung mga makakatapat nila dito sa Sinag Liga Asya. Again, came back all the way from, sa ibang bansa, Enzo?
Yes, sa Taiwan.
Sa Taiwan.
Well, actually, I think it's not a wake-up call. They were actually prepared because nga nag-Taiwan sila. It's just that, yun nga, may ibang players na hindi sila kasama doon sa trip na yun. And at the same time, hindi pa sila familiar sa ginagawa ng kapwa nilang kakampi. Would you say na it would have been a different story in the second half if JD Panelo never got those cramps? Maybe. But then again, it's just 1 game.
Yes.
First game pa lang nila to out of 10. So may 9 games pa kayo to improve. And, sa nakita ko, especially in that first quarter and in that first half, itong J Project Boomers, napaka-solid nito. And this game is a learning curve for them and magiging mas malakas pa sila from here on out.
Yes, grabe naman kasi talaga yung experience na dala nila all the way from Taiwan here sa Sinag Liga Asya. Kitang-kita naman again during the first half actually. Napakaba pa nila ang powerhouse na Pampanga Delta.
Yes. Yun nga eh. Biggest deficit nga na hinarap ng Pampanga Delta, di ba, was 7 points and lumamang ng ganong kalaki ang J Project Boomers. But, you know, this team, Pampanga Delta, is just too deep, is just too good. You know, the only thing that can stop this team is, kagaya nga nasabi ni Coach Panche, this is just, you know, joke lang. Eh, ma-default sila. Ma-traffic sila sa NLEX, di ba? Kung ano mang venue tayo. But, you know, then again, you're just playing that in the fates of the gods, di ba? Pero, you know, this Pampanga Delta team, 5-0 na to start off this tournament. Unblemished, unscathed ang kanilang record. But for J Project Boomers, there's still a lot of room to improve. And from what we have seen and from what they have shown, this team is a scary team to face down the line. Once they get all of their team chemistry, all of their rotations fixed, and their system is on lock, mahirap tong team na to kalabanin down the line.
Yes, and as you can see here, we're just waiting for the final score, and I believe Charles Lumba will end the game. And what a game that we have here. Again, Pampanga Delta still undefeated in Sinag Liga Asya. Yun nga yung sinasabi ko, loseless ang Pampanga Delta dito sa Sinag Liga Asya. Meanwhile, for J Project Boomers, this is their first game here sa Sinag Liga Asya. Marami pa silang adjustments na pwedeng gawin. And again, powerhouse din kagad na kalaban nila in their debut game.
Well, it just goes to show na that's one thorn out of the way for you.
Yes.
Hindi mo na makakalaban ulit ang Pampanga Delta unless magkatapat kayo sa bracket sa playoffs, di ba? But ito ang final score natin, Rowie, setting the benchmark again for Pampanga Delta.
Yes, 112-81. What a dominating win here for Pampanga Delta against the debuting J Project Boomers. Grabe yung game na to, Enzo. Pero after this one, we still have one more game. That's gonna be Luwid 1 Kapampangan versus NBS Dashers. I'm very excited for that game, ha?
Yes, and you know, hats off tayo dito sa coaching staff ng Pampanga Delta kay acting head coach Jay Shera, Coach Totoy, Coach Alan, Coach Aisel. Grabe yung ginawa nila for sure in that second period. Nung nakita nila tayo after the first quarter, grabe yung mga advices, yung mga ginawa nilang adjustments on the fly for Pampanga Delta. And credits to the players na nag-step up dito. Carlo Ferreras, 21 points off the bench.
Wow.
CJ Delfino, nagbalik ang tunay na Tasmanian Devil with 19 points. Paulie had 15 off the bench. Charles Lumba, 8 points, 9 rebounds. But there's one player in particular that cashed in yung kanyang pera sa laro natin with a monstrous double-double, Rowie.
Parang nakilala na ng mga SLA fans kagad natin dahil doon sa hint mo. So, syempre, let's turn over to our courtside reporter, Maris Victoria, for her interview with our Sinag Best Player of the Ball Game. Hatid sa inyo ng J Project. Maris?
This is Sinag, best player of the game, Sonny Estil, with the double-double performance, 24 points, 18 rebounds, and 2 blocks. Sonny, kamusta ka naman? Dahil sobrang consistent mo. Dahil ikaw din nag-best player nung nakaraan.
Okay lang naman po, pero medyo masakit yung katawan kasi every other day yung laro. So, walang pahinga masyado.
Okay, so what a way to welcome the J Project Boomers. Sonny, matanong ko lang, alam naman natin wala ang ibang teammates nyo dahil sa kanilang team building. At sabi nila Coach Alan Trinidad, yung ibang players ay kinakailangan mag-step up dahil doon. Ano ang ginawa ng team nyo para makarecover sa close score nyo nung first half of the game?
Nakinig lang kami kay coach at saka kay boss ko. Kasi yun yung sinasabi nila. Siyempre susundin lang nila yung dating ng court. Tsaka dagdag na din effort pag nandun ako sa court. Yun, nanalo kami.
Okay, so naging challenging para sa inyo ang game na ito nung first half of the game. Sa anong aspeto ng performance mo ang kailangan mo pang i-improve pagtapos ng challenging game na ito?
Siguro yung hustle pa. More on hustle pa kasi kailangan yun ng team namin. Kasi kailangan ng depensa. Kasi more on mga ka-teammate ko, more on all-star players siyempre ako. Bago lang din ako sa kanila siyempre. Gagawin ko lang yung best ko. Yun lang, trabaho.
Sonny, pagkakataon mo nang bumate.
Papatiin ko yung si Boss Gov, Dennis Delta Pinida, tsaka sa mga coaching staff, Coach Spedic, sila Coach Toy, lahat ng coach dyan, tsaka sa binabati ko yung asawa ko, si Rizal Paho, tsaka sa anak ko na nanonood. Tsaka si Boss Martin ng MC Family sa Tamar House. Boss Martin Ihi, kay Tita Che, tsaka kay Yan Monida, tsaka sa mga nanood, sumuporta sa akin. At tsaka kay Gao Kerwin, Precioso, tsaka kay Elvin, ayun. Lahat ng mga family ko dyan sa Agusan del Sur, sa Mindanao. Shoutout sa inyo, sa family ko, kay Mama, kay Papa, sa mga kapatid ko, shoutout sa inyo. Thank you, thank you.
Salamat, Sonny, and congratulations. Again, this is Sinag Best Player of the Game, Sonny Estil, presented by J Project. Back to you, Rowie and Enzo.
And yun nga, SLA fans, that's our Sinag Best Player of the Game. Sunny is still hatid sa inyo ng J Project Clothing Shop. And grabe si Sunny, parang hindi pa napagod dun sa interview ni Marize. Pero Enzo, what a game that we have right there. Any final thoughts dun sa game na yun?
What an adjustment for Pampanga Delta. Like I said, ginulat sila nitong J Project Boomers in that first quarter and the first part of the second quarter. But nag-adjust sila on the fly. Especially in that third quarter wherein they locked down defensively. Talagang pinahirapan nila yung J Project Boomers. But for J Project Boomers, sun is still there at the horizon for you guys. Kasi nga, one game pa lang to. This is your first game. There's still 9 games. This is still a long tournament para sa kanila. And they showed a lot of bright signs dito in this ball game. And yun nga, very exciting itong J Project Boomers down the line pag nakalaro na sila and once they get that system ni Coach Mike and magkaroon sila ng mas magandang team chemistry.
Yes, speaking of excited, I'm really excited kasi Sinag fans, coming up is our main event for our day number 6 here in Sinag Liga Asya. It's gonna be Luid 1 Kapampangan kontra NBS Slashers. And Sinag fans, just like the sun that rises and sets, we will beat this broadcast to a close. Once again, this is Rowie Sacote. Together with me is Enzo Galrosa and Baris Victorio. And on behalf of Direct Nomar Santiago and the rest of the hardworking and passionate Sinag crew, this is the 2023 Sinag Liga Asya Born 2001 Sinag Cup. We'll see you SLA fans in our next game. Peace!